Skila. Enhancing careers. Chapter 3, Ground Service Equipment. While the aircraft is on the ground in between the flights, it needs to be serviced quickly so that it becomes airborne at earliest. To accelerate and complete this servicing process, many equipment are used which are collectively known as Ground Support Equipment, GSE. GSE refers to specialized machines used for performing different servicing and support activities for the aircraft on ground. These machines are operated by properly trained personnel following standard procedures for carrying out the job with safety. The role played by these equipment generally involves ground power operations, aircraft mobility, and cargo/passenger loading as well as unloading operations. Airport ramp becomes a very busy place as soon as an aircraft is parked. There is a lot of movement of personnel and GSE all around the aircraft accessing different ground service connections of the aircraft to complete servicing tasks in shortest possible time to make the aircraft ready for the departure. Airport GSE comprises a diverse range of vehicles and equipment necessary to service aircraft during passenger and cargo loading and unloading, maintenance, and other ground-based operations. The wide range of activities associated with aircraft ground operations lead to an equally wide-ranging fleet of GSE. Some of these equipment are powered equipment whereas some require external power to move them. Airlines employ specially designed GSE to support all these operations. Moreover, electrical power and conditioned air are generally required throughout gate operational periods for both passenger and crew comfort and safety, and many times these services are also provided by GSE. Activities of a ground service agency are cargo loading and unloading, passenger loading and unloading, potable water storage, lavatory waste tank drainage, aircraft refueling, engine and fuselage examination and maintenance, and food and beverage catering. Chocks. Chocks are used to prevent an aircraft from moving while parked at the gate or in a hangar. Chocks are placed in the front and back of the wheels of landing gear. Therefore, chocks are typically found in pairs connected by a segment of rope or cable. They are made out of hardwood or hard rubber. The word chock is also used as a verb, defined as the act of placing chocks in front and back of the wheel. Aircraft tripod jack. They are used to support a parked aircraft to prevent their tail from drooping or even falling to the ground. When the passengers in the front get off an aircraft, the aircraft becomes tail heavy and the tail will droop. Using the jack is optional but not all aircraft need it. Mobile lounges. Some airports use buses that are raised to the level of a passenger terminal and can only be accessed from a door on the second level of the terminal. These odd-looking buses are usually referred to as mobile lounges. These lounges are mostly seen on Washington International Airport, IAD. Refueler. Aircraft refueler can be either a self-contained fuel truck or a hydrant truck or cart. Fuel trucks are self-contained, typically containing up to 15,000 gallons of fuel and have their own pumps, filters, hoses, and other equipment. A hydrant cart or truck hooks into a central pipeline network and provides fuel to the aircraft. There is a significant advantage with hydrant systems when compared to fuel trucks, as fuel trucks must be periodically replenished. Pushback tugs and tractors. An aircraft cannot maneuver in the reverse direction under its own power and hence requires the aid of an external vehicle to move it away from the parking bay. This vehicle is called the pushback vehicle and the process is termed as pushback. Pushbacks are carried out by special, low-profile vehicles called pushback tractors or tugs. These tugs are very powerful and because of the large engines, are sometimes referred to as an engine with wheels. Pushback tugs can also be used to pull aircraft in various situations. Different size tugs are required for different size aircraft. Some tugs use a tow bar as a connection between the tug and the aircraft, while other tugs lift the nose gear off the ground to make it easier to tow or push. Taxibots. The taxibot is a semi-robotic, pilot-controlled aircraft towing system fitted as undercarriage. The vehicle tows the aircraft close to the takeoff point without running engines. This process will be steered by the pilot. Main advantages of taxibot are: no aircraft engines are used on ground inefficiently, thus saves fuel. No sound pollution and air pollution near the terminal building. No risk of jet blast or suction, thus improves safety. No modification to airplane systems. Insignificant pilot training based on CBT. Taxibot is a new equipment which is now being used at few airports such as Frankfurt, Net Delhi, etc. Tugs and tractors. The tugs and tractors at an airport have several purposes and represent the essential part of ground support services. They are used to move all equipment that cannot move itself. This includes bag carts, mobile air conditioning units, air starters, and lavatory carts. Apron buses at airports are used to move people from the terminal to either an aircraft or another terminal. The specific term for airport buses that drive on the apron only is apron bus. Apron buses have a low floor and wide doors on both sides of the bus for most efficient passenger movement and flexibility in parking. Ground power units. A ground power unit is a vehicle capable of supplying power to aircraft parked on the ground. Ground power units may also be built into the aero bridge, making it even easier to supply electrical power to aircraft. Many aircraft require 28 V of DC and 115 V 400 Hz of AC. The electric energy is carried from a generator to a connection on the aircraft by a 3-phase 4-wire insulated cable capable of handling 261 amperes. These connectors are standard for all aircraft. Dollies. Dollies are used for the transportation of loose baggage, oversized bags, mail bags, loose cargo carton boxes, etc. between the aircraft and the terminal or sorting facility. Dollies are fitted with a braking system which blocks the wheels from moving when the connecting rod is not attached to a tug. Most dollies are completely enclosed except for the sides which use plastic curtains to protect items. Container loader. Container loaders, also known as cargo loaders or K-loaders, are used for the loading and unloading of containers and pallets into and out of aircraft. The loader has two platforms which raise and descend independently. The containers or pallets on the loader are moved with the help of built-in rollers or wheels. There are different container and pallet loaders. Container transporter. Transporters are cargo platforms constructed so that, beside loading and unloading containers, they can also transport the cargo. Air start unit. An air start unit is a device used to start an aircraft's engines when it is not equipped with an onboard auxiliary power unit. These units can be of three types viz. A stored air cart, a gas turbine-based unit, and a diesel engine-driven screw compressor unit. All three devices create a source of low-pressure, high-volume air to start the aircraft engines. Typically 1 or 2 hoses are connected to these units, with the largest aircraft engines requiring 3. Non-potable water trucks. Non-potable water trucks are special vehicles that provide water to an aircraft. This water, designated as non-potable water, is filtered and protected while being stored on the vehicle and pumped into the aircraft. Lavatory service vehicles. Lavatory service vehicles empty and refill lavatories on board aircraft. Waste is stored in tanks on the aircraft until these vehicles can empty them and remove the waste. After the tank is emptied, it is refilled with a mixture of water and a disinfecting concentrate, commonly called blue juice. Catering vehicle. The catering vehicle resembles a typical box truck, but it consists of a rear body, lifting system, platform and an electro-hydraulic control mechanism. The rear body can be lifted up, down and the platform can be moved to place in front of the aircraft. Belt loader. Belt loaders are vehicles with conveyor belts for unloading and loading of baggage and cargo onto aircraft. A belt loader is positioned at the door sill of an aircraft hold during operation. Belt loaders are used for narrow-body aircraft and the bulk hold of wide-body aircraft. Stowing baggage without containers is known as bulk loading. Passenger boarding step ladders/stairs. Passenger boarding stairs, referred to as boarding ramps, step ladder, provide a mobile means to traverse between the aircraft doors and the ground. Because larger aircraft have door sills 5 to 20 feet high, stairs facilitate safe boarding and deplaning. Smaller units are generally towed or pushed, while larger units are self-powered. Most models have adjustable height to accommodate various aircraft. Optional features may include canopies, heating, supplementary lighting, and a red carpet for VIP passengers. De-icing vehicles. The procedure of de-anti-icing, protection from fluids freezing up on aircraft, is done from special vehicles. These vehicles have booms, like a cherry picker, to allow easy access to the entire aircraft. A hose sprays a special mixture that melts current ice on the aircraft and also prevents some ice from building up while waiting on the ground. Other ramp equipment. Other equipment required at ramp are forklifts, hydraulic mules, maintenance stand, wheelchair lifts and loading elevators, high lift vehicles, aircraft service stairs. Skila. Enhancing careers.